So maybe you're new to cycling and you're considering your first pair of bike shorts and don't want to go full on Lycra, or perhaps you've been riding for a while and want to try something a little bit more gravel casual. In this video, I'm going to do a deeper dive on a pretty affordable and accessible option, and it's these REI padded liner shorts. Find out what I like and dislike about them in this video. Welcome back, Pathless Peddlers, and if you're new to the channel, if you're into the non-competitive side of cycling, the supple life, love to ride party pace as we call it, then you have found your people. Hit that subscribe button. A few videos ago, I talked about this idea of gravel casual, where you combine some kind of technical bike specific layers and combine them with more casual clothing. One of the key pieces was something like this liner bib by Veloccio. It's great, it's stretchy, super breathable, but also pretty expensive. There's been a lot of interest in a more affordable option, so I ordered a pair of the REI liner shorts and actually took them out on our ride this weekend, wearing them for the first time on Going to the Sun Road. So if that's not a test for how comfortable these shorts are, I can't think of another one. So really quickly, these liner shorts are readily available. You can get them at your local REI or order them in the link below. It is an affiliate link, so it does help out the channel if you want to do that. So this liner short, as the box suggests, turns every piece of clothing into riding clothing. So while they look like bike shorts, they are definitely designed to be worn underneath and over short. And this is primarily due to the more breathable and see-through mesh. The short itself has a pretty stretchy and elastic waistband, as well as a pretty wide and elastic at the leg openings. One thing I do like about these is that these don't have those tacky rubber grippers, which for me on the long ride on a hot day actually causes some skin irritation. So it's using the elastic of the bands themselves to stay placed on your body. The overall material is pretty stretchy and is a lot more breathable and see-through than your typical Lycra bike short. Interestingly, this also has pockets, so you can put some snacks here or maybe a couple dollar bills to buy snacks on your ride. So riding with these on our trip to Going to the Sun Road, they were instantly comfortable. They have the convenience of, unlike a bib short, you don't have to undress your top in order to use the bathroom, so that's, you know, obviously a big plus. I found them fairly light and breathable, definitely qualities you want if you're gonna wear an overshort while you're riding. Some of the big pros of this liner is that it's pretty affordable. Full MSRP is $35, which when you compare it to a traditional bike short, which are typically in the $50, if not, you know, $100 to $150 range, this seems like a bargain. So if you're not sure if you want to go this route, it's a great way to test it out without investing a ton of money. Likewise, if you're going to go on a bike tour and want to carry several liners, this won't break the bank. You can have two or three of these liners for the price of one, moderately priced bike short. Another big pro is, like the box suggests, it does turn every kind of bottom layer into a slightly technical piece of riding gear. Another thing I like about the short is actually the chamois. It's thick enough to wick away moisture, but isn't overly padded. There is some padding. It's not quite as flat as Laura's tri-short, but it is a good middle ground if you want a little bit of padding and don't want the liner short to feel diapery. So those are the things I like about this liner short. What are the things I dislike? So while it is breathable, when you compare it to something like the Veloccio mesh bib liners, those are considerably more breathable. And the reason for that is if you look at the mesh on the Veloccio bibs, the holes are actually just much larger. So while this does a good job, the Veloccio bibs do a much better job, but again, you're paying 3 times the price. I mean, that's just where the money goes into. The mesh on the Veloccio is a little bit more engineered, a little bit more spaced out, a little bit stretchier. I think if you have larger, more muscular thighs, then you might find these a little bit tighter, but they will kind of give over time. Whereas the mesh material on the Veloccios, they're just, a lot more stretchier. It almost feels like a knitted fabric. So definitely better feeling, but again, you pay for it. Interestingly, however, I do actually prefer the chamois on the cheaper REI liner short than the Veloccio. The Veloccio, again, like I mentioned in the previous video, it feels a little bit diapery. It's a lot thicker than I would like for a liner short. So whereas the Veloccio wins in terms of stretchiness and breathability, I think the cheaper REI liner short actually takes it in terms of chamois comfort. So go figure. Again, those are minor cons. I'm just being nitpicky, and I think for a lot of people that are considering this short, that's not going to be a big issue. But if you're curious as to why this is so inexpensive as opposed to more expensive options, a lot of it is going to be due to the overall breathability and stretchiness of the fabric. That said, I had no problems with this liner when we took it out on our rides this weekend. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're dipping your toes into the bike short world and don't want to spend a lot of money before you can see if it's for you or not. I think it's a great value and I might actually buy another pair. Again, the link is in the description below. If you guys have any other questions, leave those in the comments. Have you guys tried the REI Liner shorts? What do you guys think? Let me know. And as always, keep the supple side down.